Hi there, Joan Kosmachuk here, your seasonal color, style, and confidence coach, and I want to talk to you today about 5 myths that I see being perpetuated all over the internet about seasonal color analysis. Now, I'm trained in the Suzanne Cagill system, and she was one of the foundational people who started seasonal color analysis, and so I think that I know what I'm talking about, but definitely when I hear these myths, I know for sure because of my decade of working in seasonal color analysis that they are not true and they should not be um, perpetuated. So I want to just share these with you. Maybe if you're looking around and trying to decide, whether or not to go with this particular consultant or that particular consultant for your color analysis, this will give you a helpful bit of information, some questions you can ask, and some things to find out right away to make sure that you are getting an accurate seasonal color analysis. So, what's the first myth? The most common one is that everybody can wear either cool or warm colors, and that is because they are either cool or warm in their, they might say their coloring, their undertone. There can be many different things, but that is wrong because, definitely there are people who fall into those warm or cool camps. There are also people who fall into a more neutral category, meaning that the color temperature of the colors that they need to support them is not something that the eye can necessarily visibly determine if it's a cool or a warm color. And that was one of the things that Suzanne Cagill taught, was that you could have neutral color temperature. And particularly, as we age, our colors tend to become less visibly maybe warm or cool, or we start to have some warm and cool colors, and maybe even you were born with a warm eye and a cool hair color or cool skin tone, which means that you have a mix of warm or cool colors. And so I think it's very important to understand that it's more complex than just saying warm or cool. Maybe there is some neutral temperature colors that work best for you. The second myth is that you can insert the blank here. If you have a green eye, a red hair, a peach skin tone, or whatever, then you are automatically a spring or winter or an autumn or a summer. That is incorrect too, because it's not taking into account the fact that we come from very many different ethnic mixes. We come from different races. And we also come from parents of often very different seasons. And so that creates something completely new in us. And a trained seasonal color consultant needs to be able to look into you and to figure out what is your season, and not to be locked into this preconceived idea that and often it's just because of how their color tool is organized, is that, oh, you have to be a spring or summer if you have this color hair or you have this color of eye. So that is a big myth that doesn't exist in the Suzanne Cagill method of seasonal color analysis, or it shouldn't. If a consultant, even a Suzanne Cagill trained consultant, is telling you, oh, if you have red hair, you're not then they're making a judgment based on one aspect of you. And you need to be very wary of that, because they are not actually then looking at you as a whole person. They're not even waiting to have the color reveal itself, the color quality that you need reveal itself, the season reveal itself as they're in the midst of the analysis. They're making a snap judgment, and that's the quickest way to give you an inaccurate color analysis. The third myth that is, just kind of very, very common. Oh, if you don't like your colors or they don't resonate with you, then you are just not accepting them. You need to get used to them. You need to just, start wearing them. And that's also wrong. In order for you to know that a color analysis is correct, both you and the color consultant need to think, wow, yes, these are your colors. And if only one of you, the color consultant, is telling you, oh, yes, these are fabulous colors on you, and you're looking at them and you're like, I do not see that. Like, I hate these colors, or these colors make me feel really drab, or these colors just feel too bright for me, then there's something off, right? And the color consultant is likely the problem, not you. So you want to make sure that those colors really do resonate with you and they really feel right for you, and that other people are also noticing that those colors light you up, that they make you feel supported, that they just look amazing on you. And in fact, people almost don't notice the color half the time. They just notice you and say, wow, you look great today. And then the fourth myth is that in seasonal color analysis, the only thing that matters is the color. And that's also wrong, because Suzanne Cagle taught that a lot of things go into creating that visual harmony between yourself and your clothing. And color is one piece of it. We have to look at texture, we have to look at fabric, we have to look at line of design. Suzanne mentioned certain focalizers that are good for different seasons and subseasons. And so all of those pieces have to be part of a good seasonal color analysis. If you're not being given a guide on how to use your colors, that is a huge problem. And here's a little bonus one. If they're just focusing on your colors, but they're not even explaining to you how to use those colors, you have a little bit of a problem, because every color that we wear has a different effect on us. And so to understand, is this color a neutral for you? Is this color a color that raises your vibration or lowers your vibration? Is this a color that relates to your inherent color harmony, being your eye color, your skin tone, your blush, your hair color, or your lip color? Like, do they understand how these colors relate to you? And also what effect they have on you. What is the color that you would wear if you need a quiet color? What is the color that you would wear if you want to be on stage and be seen? So if your seasonal color analysis does not break down how to use your colors specifically for you, then it's not really a true in-depth seasonal color analysis. And then the final myth, number 5, is that once you've had your colors done, oh, that's it. You never need to have them done again. And that's also a myth, because over the years, our coloring can change, and particularly our hair color is the main thing, but sometimes even our eyes or our skin soften, or our skin can become more sallow, or we can be dealing with issues of rosacea and things like that. And so we need some adjustments to our color palette. Your season's not going to change. That is going to stay the same. But your individual colors, for instance, if your hair color changes significantly and it changes your contrast level, if it changes how neutral or warm your color palette needs to be, those things kind of all need to get sorted out. And so it's really a good idea to have your seasonal color palette updated about every decade or so. And ideally with the same person who did your palette initially, because they can, they already know you, and they can figure out where to make those tweaks. But if they're not around and you need to start over, then to find a good trained color consultant who understands the subtleties of changing a palette to accommodate a change in your coloring, and that your season itself will remain the same. So those are just 5. Unfortunately, there are way, way many more out there. But these are 5 of the more common ones that I see and hear, and that clients tell me they've been told. And I just wanted to put you on alert that if you're hearing that from a seasonal color consultant, then it might be time to look elsewhere before you put down your money and pay to have that analysis done. Because my desire is that you would have a truly transformative experience in getting your colors done, that would take your style to the next level, because you would learn how to create visual harmony between yourself and your clothing. You would begin to see yourself in your beautiful inherent color harmony, and you would have a guide that would carry you through for all of the color and style questions that will come down the years. That's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Have a colorful day. I'll see you next time.